Hey everybody, it's Adrian and Zanz's Toys with a couple of updates. So first off, I wanted a better way to photograph my objects that I've been working on, and as it happens, I was at Daiso again, and that led to this. So what I did is I got some cutting boards. So this started its life as a cutting board, two of them actually. I cut one in half and did some very simple carpentry. So just some wood glue and some nails. And what I also picked up was three of these magnetic sheets. So this has two cool properties. It's magnetic and it's a whiteboard surface. So I cut the two sheets to size and glued them to form the two walls. So not only does that give me a nice blank white surface, which is nice, and but if I want to sort of set the scene a little bit, I can draw on it. So if I want some windows, I can take a dry erase marker and, with a little bit of time, there's some really simple windows. They're not that great, but you get the idea. And once I've done that, if I want to change the scene altogether, I can just wipe this off and start again. So pretty happy with the way this came out. It was really fast. It was cheap. The cutting boards were expensive for a Daiso item. They were $4, and each one of these sheets was $1.50. So one thing that didn't work so well is I had hoped that it would be enough of a magnet that I could stick additional stuff to it with magnets, but that doesn't seem to really have worked out so well. But that's okay, because I'm pretty happy with a nice white surface, plus the ability to draw on them. So still calling this a success, and you guys are all going to be seeing a lot more of that as I make new stuff and photograph. So speaking of new stuff, so we might have seen that for New Year's I made some champagne glasses. So cheers, right? So tiny little champagne glasses that fit in the hands of 1/18 scale figures, and this came out surprisingly well. I was really happy with it. So given that, I wanted to make some more glassware. And being the huge chemistry nerd that I am, I made some laboratory glassware. So this is set one of what will hopefully be a few sets. I made a beaker, a tiny little beaker, an Erlenmeyer flask, or conical flask, a graduated cylinder, and something that's kind of more or less a volumetric flask, but it's got a flat bottom. I know you can't see this very well. I'll probably cut to a photo so you can see it a little bit better. And finally, I'm gonna grab it, a round bottom flask. So this is actually spherical, and in order to make it able to stand up, I made two different size ring stands. So this can fit in there, like so. So there's a slightly taller one, and there's a slightly shorter one. One thing that made this work is, because you probably won't be able to see this on video, but these are all actually hollow, so you can kind of see it there. So these are actually open inside, and the reason that works is because I was careful to make sure the wall thickness was an even multiple of my nozzle diameter. So these are all set to have exactly two perimeters. So I designed everything to be 0.8 millimeters thick, which gives a nice 2 rounds of a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, which is what's on most hobby machines, and it actually comes out really well. So if I hadn't done that, if I had made it like 1 millimeter or 0.7 or something off like that, this probably wouldn't have worked at all, I'm guessing. So that's something to consider if any of you guys happen to be designing stuff that you want to be really tiny. So think about your nozzle width. Yeah, so with that done, I needed some place to put all the lab glassware, so I also made, really quick, just a really sort of utilitarian workbench or piece of lab furniture. So those I'll have links down below to where you can download that. And the other thing is very exciting, at least for me, hopefully for you guys, is I've set up an Etsy store. So if you would like a set of that lab glassware, go got it prepackaged, ready to go, and I'll have a link to down below where you can check it out and maybe consider buying. Yeah, so that's it for this time. Thanks a lot for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks.